The best indicator if you struggle finding Bagend is this big party tree. Sam's running away. Let's help him here. If you want to teleport to a map waypoint, we actually have now a way better solution for that. Welcome back to Middle-earth, my friends. This video will be a quest guide about my new added story missions. I will fly from quest to quest and show you how to finish them the best way. Along the way, I will also tell you some thoughts I had when creating them, and of course some tips and tricks about the new mechanics like the hero follower system, the bankers, boss fights, and so on. So if you struggle on one of them, this video will maybe be helpful for you. Okay, so let's start here with Frodo. So the first test you can make, if you right click him, you have to check if here at the top the dialogue starts correctly, because there's one issue. If you have your here the GUI scale to something like auto or way small, I think that can be an issue too. I don't remember, but then the dialogue can be cut off, unfortunately. And so keep in mind that there are some issues and you maybe have to change it. The other issue is that it can corrupt your save file if you change it in game here. I don't want to try it now because some people told me about that. So I recommend make a backup of your save maybe and then change it. Definitely want to check out that solution. Also, he tells you a little version. I forgot to add the 3.1 version here, so if you play 3.1 and it's telling 3.0, it's yeah, it's still the new version. Because this is a quest guide, we take a small look at the quests here. There are basically three main campaigns here: the Way of the Ringbearer, the Way of the King, and the Way of the Hobbit, and a few side missions for the new added locations here. And he even gives you a little hint where to start next. Okay, with that being said, let's fly a bit around. Look at that here, I'm a bird. This is thanks to the more player models mod. Okay, so from here on you have basically two choices. One is to follow the road here, deeper into the Shire, or you can spend some time here to spawn and do a little tutorial mission from old Gamgee here. He wants a little recipe for his hobbit cake. I've already done that, that's why I have this dialogue option here. But if you, a little fun fact here, if you go into the basement without his the quest active, it tells you that you should talk to him first. That's basically a little barrier there, which I created thanks to the Custom NPC mod. But when we take the quest here, we actually can enter the basement now. And what is that? A rabbit here on that chest, a next rabbit. And more rabbits, oh my god, the basement's overrun by rabbits. And also, if you go over here, you can actually see where the rabbits are coming from. They are digging a little hole in here. And the next fun fact, there don't even actual... Oh, I'm still a bird. Look at that. There are actually don't real rabbits. Where it is? Yeah. Because if I spawn normal Lord of the Rings rabbits here, they just want to find an exit and run back here. So I had to create rabbits myself. It's basically just a custom NPC with a skin, but they have rabbit sounds too. I don't think if you can kill them and they drop something. You need to test it. Look away, my friends. Oh no, I made it a family-friendly quest. So no attacking zone for the rabbits. And by the way, if you struggle to find a letter, you have to check this corner over here. This was the only thing I can do it like you can repeat the quest. So if I put only one letter inside here, it can take me out and the quest is can't be repeated. So that's why it's that way. So let's like that. You can actually take a lot more than you if you want. If you want to make a hobbit cake yourself, here's the recipe. Yeah, and feel free to take some food here. It's basically free loot for you. I hope it's not too much for the start, but I think most players will loot the entire Shire regardless and take all with them. If you have the letter, you can just come here and voila, I have found the letter and should it bring to him. And now you have this dialogue option. If you do this, he basically gives you a little hint at the bottom here to visit Willowbottom, the next location. So, and he gives you one baked potato.
Potatoes.
So this quest is basically just a little small addition. It's nothing special. It's basically designed to guide the player to the next side quest, because there are 3 main quests and a few side missions. And Willowbottom, if you check, is over here. That's a location that can easily be overseen if the player just goes along the normal road. So keep that in mind that sometimes little hints on future quests are hidden here in Dialogs, like here. Yeah, and the reason why the quests are repeatable, like all of them, is if you basically want to replay the quests, have some issues that can happen sometimes, so you can restart them, or if you want to play it online with friends in multiplayer. That way all of them can accept the quest and finish the goal. Okay, so let's move on from here. So I will keep this little potato here as a little gift in case we are hungry. Okay, now let's move on. If you want to continue with the main story mission, you have to fly all the fly. I'm flying. You have to walk, and yeah, walk all the way from the spawn here deeper into the Shire. And if you are here, then welcome to Hobbiton. Oh, and let's quickly make the weather. There we go. It's a bit more better for the FPS and the visuals. Yeah, if you are entering the Shire here, you can just follow that road. Over here, and to be honest, I get really often lost here too, because there are so many roads leading in some directions. But the best indicator if you struggle finding Bagend is this big party tree, because next to it is the hill with Bagend. Here we go. So basically, again, if you struggle to find it, just follow that road, make a little turn here, and voila. Okay, here we go. Here at Bagend, here's another small test you can make. If you see signs like that, where you expect usually a text on it and it's not loaded, you can simply quit the game, and that one I use for movie recording. Yeah, and simply load in the word again. And here it is. That's luckily a fix you can make really fast. But yeah, let's continue with the quest guide. What you want to do next is go inside Bagend, but before that you can check out Sam's dialogue. And here's the next issue you can encounter. Some of the speech bubbles don't work really well with shaders like you see here. It can work, but sometimes not really well. So that's something we can't really fix. If you prefer play without shaders, it should work normally fine. It depends on the background. Sometimes it's not that annoying. You can just, by the way, look on the left side in the chat and follow the dialogue over there. Okay, the bird was actually fun, but let's change back to a hobbit skin, because I prefer that one. Yeah, let's walk into Bagend here. First thing you want to do now is speak a little bit here with Bilbo, but to start the actual story mission, you have to interact with Gandalf here. And actually, you will take the ring before you start the quest. And that was made because if you are dying on the way, unfortunately, and losing the ring somehow, and can't restored back, you can simply teleport to Bagend again and click that dialogue to take a new ring. Or you can simply pick that one. And here's some little interesting facts about the Rings of Power mod. They are basically not as functional as I wish they would, because there are some effects that would make it even greater. Imagine having a Shadow World effect, for example, like the Wither effect you get when the Nazgul's attacking. Or if it drains slowly your hunger bars. Not exactly the HP, the life bars, because let's be honest, the one ring should be used in emergency situations. And yeah, it would be really bad if you have only one heart left, pick the ring on or equip it, and then it kills you. That would be unfortunate. So yeah, it's basically at the moment not really useful. It makes you invisible. If I press F5 here, you see only if I, for example here, hold an item in the hand. Oh wait, it makes the item invisible too? That's really strange. Normally it should. Let me check. I'm not even holding the pouch with the skin. That's strange. Okay. That's strange. That pouch is not working. Let me quickly check if other pouches are a bit bugged. Yeah, okay. So you can't see pouches. That's a new info. But anyway, let's continue here. By the way, the ring... Yeah, here we go. So if the ring is equipped, you are basically invisible, and only the item you are holding in your hand is visible. But it unfortunately doesn't work with the Lotus Rings mobs like the orcs and other enemies. So it's only working like for roleplay purpose or in multiplayer with friends. Here it works fine. But again, the issue is that all the negative alignment NPCs are still attacking you, regardless of invisibility or not. But yeah, other than the one ring, the other rings of power have basically more important uses. Like, for example, the Nazgul's ring gives you a night vision buff, which is really, really useful in Erebor and stuff like that. And all are hidden in the game. Most are dropped by NPCs, or for example, the drawn rings are found in chests and stuff. If you want to find them yourself, just search a bit in areas where you would expect a ring, like in Moria, in some deep corners hidden. Yeah, and if you really struggle finding them and won't collect all of them, just check out our Discord. There we have all locations from the rings. I think a few I have to update soon, but yeah, most times they're still accurate or still in that area. Okay, so that's all about the rings of power. Some have really special and nice effects. For example, the ring from Galadriel gives you water breathing 3, which is very interesting. But yeah, let's continue with the quest guide. When you talk with Gandalf, oh, now we have 2 rings, you can start the quest here. And by the way, if the dialogue is green, it normally starts the quest, as you saw in the upper right and lower left corner here. And if a dialogue is yellow, like here, it's normally just information that the NPC can give you, like lore informations, some questions about the world and stuff like that. And red dialogue options are used for exiting the dialogue. Oh, the ring is destroyed. That was easy. So, okay, let's take a closer look to the quest log. I have bound this in the key bindings to K, the button K. it opens it, but you can also just open your inventory and press on this little icon here, and it opens the quest logs. Here it's sorted by location side quests, and here the 3 main campaigns. From testing some stuff, I have already here some quests, but let's ignore that. You only have at the moment this one. So if you click on a quest, you have basically here an info about the main location you need to find, or the main task you need to do. That's sometimes an item, sometimes it's an killing NPC a quest, like some orc leader captains or something like that. But what most people didn't notice is at the bottom here is a little arrow, and if you click on that one, it tells you a little information about the quest itself and about the goal. So I recommend, if you're getting lost, sometimes checking that out can be the answer for your question. That's everything important you need to know for the first quest. And before you go, you can actually check out some chests here, because there are some very useful stuff you can find. And sometimes the chest also tells a little story about past adventures, like in that case. Or a little Easter egg you can easily miss. I want to show you really fast is, well, here is Bilbo's room. If you open the chest, you have a little book. And it's actually the book itself, like Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. So he's writing the journey here. Yeah, and feel free to open the chest and take some starter food. At the moment we are having the world update 3.1, but in future versions this stuff here looks very different, because let's be honest, some diamonds are not really starter items. So we are gonna change that for sure in the future for balancing purposes. But yeah, feel free to loot everything. As Bilbo said, take some food. You need it more than him at the moment. Now I will show you a little tip. If you have a quest accepted and you don't want to actually do it, maybe because it was a mistake or something else, you have to go into the creative mode and equip from the custom NPC tools the NPC wand. Right click on the ground, go to global, go to quests, pick the category from the quest, and here you have to really careful to not click actually here on remove or something. That can easily mess up something here. But yeah, you have to find the quest you want to actively remove. Not remove from the game, but remove it from your quest log and your accepted quests. Here you have to find that number, that is important, the ID number. In that case it's 59. Then you open your inventory and write that command. Nopus quest remove your player name and then the quest ID. If you press enter, it should be gone next time you open your quest log. You can still start the quest normally again, but it's removed from your quest log. Once it's finished and you are deleted the quests you don't want, you can right click on the new created NPC here and just click on delete. And that's it. Now you can pick the tool away. But before we exit this menu, I want to show you something other here. That's the mob cloner tool. That is important if, for example, I take one of the new followers with me, or some is bugged here for some reason and is bugging into the world or whatever, and you want to fix something, you just have to right click on the world, and normally, if you installed it correctly, all the copies of the NPCs should be saved here in different tabs. Tab 1 is all the NPCs from Lord of the Rings story. Tab 2 are basically all the enemies in the game. Tab 3 are all the Hobbit NPCs from the Hobbit questline. Then all the followers are saved in tab 4. That's are only some NPCs here from the final room when you met them. Yeah, the rest are empty, but the most important I think is tab 4 here with the followers, because that way you can, yeah, basically fix something in the world or Oh, that's actually an old copy of him. Now we have a new skin. I have to fix that one. But yeah, basically all NPCs are cloned, and if you want to clone, for example, another one, just right-click him and save him in your tab. I don't do it now, but yeah, that way you do it. And you can always remove them like that, or by just aiming in the air, right-click, and it shows you all the NPCs here in the list. Here you can also press Reset All, and as you see in the corner here with Sam's head, he is shaking a bit when I press it. It's important sometimes if it's a bit buggy or whatever. That way you can fix it. Yeah, let's continue with the journey here. The next step would be to find Bree. So for that one, you just open your map and teleport to Bree. No, that's just joking. That would be the lame version. You could actually travel all the way here, but I would recommend in that case just to teleport like over here to the bridge, because here's the next content. Here we have the first follower in the game and the first boss enemy. Okay, my friends, so let's take a closer look at the follower system of the heroes. I would really recommend take at least a few followers in some situations, because if you go alone or without LotR Mod NPCs that guide you or guard you, you can get into some problems in some areas that are really hard to get through otherwise, like in Mordor, for example, or like a bit earlier in Moria. It's if you have negative alignment with orcs at that point, and it's recommended to have that to have the normal experience from the campaign, then yeah, good luck if you go alone, because it's loaded with orcs. I'm not joking, my friends. Go there and take a look, especially at nighttime. They are spawning everywhere, and yeah. But nevertheless, let's continue here with the follower system. Let's actually give us a coin first, because to be able to take followers with you, you need at least some coins, at least one coin, because one coin is 1 day of following, and that's intended because it would be, for the game balance purpose, way too easy if the player just can them take freely with them, and basically just having an army of heroes following them forever. And the next problem I've encountered was placing the followers in locations where the lore would be correct, if you understand me right, like Aragon and Bree, or all the four hobbits in the Shire, or all the 9 fellowship companions in Rivendell. Because the player enters Rivendell really early at the stage of the gameplay, it would be way too overpowered to have an army of heroes at that point. So I choose to place them a bit more hidden over the progress of the campaign in some spots. So you actually have to discover where you can find them, and have to do some Lord of the Rings mods and NPC missions, like the basic missions where you find a peasant that wants some apples, for example, and give you some coins for that. So I would recommend grinding some alignment and doing some normal missions to at least have a few coins. But yeah, here we have the new options from the dialogue. If the color is blue, it's for the follower menu. If it's purple here, it's a new option to fast travel. That only works if you're already hired the NPC. And as usual, the red one is to exit the dialogue. And here's a little info that you can take him with you from that point on. So just click on Come With Me, and it opens up that menu here. Let's take him for 1 day hire. Oh, here we have the bug again with the shader pack. I will follow you. Let's go to an adventure. And now he will basically follow you, guide you. The hobbits are a bit weaker like other heroes. They are still very good, like way better than like normal soldiers. But they have also a hit and run tactic, so they maybe hit something but run away after it, because they are a bit scared. But yeah, if you come sometimes at a point where you prefer to go and fight the NPC alone, like in that case here, you can make him wait also. If you open up the menu again and you see, by the way, here how many days and health is left, by clicking that button here, it now shows you that he is waiting. Oh, I don't have to I don't want to get too close over there, but yeah, now he is waiting again. But let's say you want to actually teleport to a location. Like that. I can show you if I just do it like that. I am now teleported and he is nowhere to be found. If you want to teleport to a map waypoint, we actually have now a way better solution for that, and it works like basically in a Pokemon game. You can click here, it gives you a soulstone. By the way, let's go here into the survival mode, like that. Yeah, and if you want to teleport to a map location, just pick him with you like that. You can also make a pouch here and rename it, for example, to followers, and store them in here. And yeah, now let's click over here and fast travel over there. Let's wait a bit. Okay, and once you are there, oh, hello horse. Yeah, once you're there, you can just right click on the ground and the soulstone is gone. You can see in the bottom there, he is now not a follower anymore. So you basically reset him and made this block his new spawn point. So that's important to know if you want, for example, put them all in your home base or let them wait at a specific point. And you actually have to remember which location it was, because if I now go back to the Brandywine Bridge, he wouldn't be there anymore. He now is at Whisperers. But yeah, let's right click him again. By the way, if you now take the soulstone and right click him, it actually don't work. Oh, you don't saw that one. You can actually duplicate any other stuff, but yeah, don't use it. Okay, but let's actually hire him again. And by the way, because of that solution with the soulstone, I would not recommend all the time cashing in all your high earned loot like that one for 100 days, because if I now hire him and oh, I never saw that you can see this little speech bubble in this menu here. That is funny. Yeah, but if I now right click him, as I told you, he is not hired anymore. So my hard earned 100 coins are gone now. And yeah, that's why I would recommend not giving them too much all the time. But yeah, one thing I want to tell you about the Nazguls is that I can't make the horse respawn with the rider on top. I tried that many times, but it's not possible, and it will only respawn them next to each other. So it only works out the first time you encounter them. They normally have a respawn timer of like 10 minutes, and they are usually in points of interest where teleportation happens when the player wants to enter in the next area, if you can follow me on that. So like that area here, Nazgul would be guarding bridges, like that here, and right over here, for example. And so if you're playing the game like teleportation often or walking, it's basically most of the time doesn't matter, because yeah, they are in key locations where I would expect the player to be. One little side note about the followers. They don't actually run for an enemy and attack them themselves. They wait until you get attacked, or a friend of them gets attacked, then they will defend that NPC. That's also done on purpose, because otherwise NPCs would all the time run around attacking NPCs you probably maybe don't want to attack. Like, for example, here I have the second option, like the ferry here, to go over the other side of the bridge instead of fighting him. Or, for example, if an enemy is in the water swimming and I would just want to pass this bridge, Sam would go nuts, run around and attack him in the water, and you maybe don't want this, and in the worst case he even dies when doing that. So at the moment they will only defend you when you will get attacked, but I'm planning on adding at least the option that if very close to them, an NPC like an orc or Nazguls and other stuff that are evil, then they attack on their own. But that's coming with future updates. Okay, so let's see the first fight here. If you come close, he will say, give us a ring. Even Sam is not attacking at the moment. Now he should start attacking. And let's take a look how he do against the Nazgul. Oh, he's running already away. Okay, he don't really want him to attack. Now they're fighting. And I'm also curious about that one, who would win on their own, because I think both have similar HP at the moment. Because the Nazguls get harder over time you encounter them. Like that one is the first, he is not that strong. The future ones get more... Look at them fighting under the bridge now. Don't drown, don't drown, Sam. Oh, now he goes for me, of course. Okay, so I had to make a little cut because some bugged out under the bridge. But yeah, let's continue the fight here. Now, what I was speaking earlier of, they respawn and next to each other instead of on top. Oh, I'm not in survival mode, that's because that's why they're not attacking. Let's quickly change that one. Here we go. Okay, so another quick tip on the fighting here. At the top you can see over the alignment bar a little... Oh nice, Nazgul armor. Already forgot that I made the drop. Sometimes I got surprised by my own decisions. Oh, what are you doing there? Going under the bridge? Yeah, I just wanted to show you that it's better to let the follower tank the damage and sneak up some hits on the target here, but you also can... Oh, there we go, Sam. But you also can push him in a corner like that. Why he's running away and not attacking me? That's really strange here. And now he's attacking Sam. Sam's running away. Let's help him here. But yeah, you usually want to make your followers attack the NPC. If the Nazgul is sometimes not really attacking you and running around, that's because the first one here is set to surround the enemy. I maybe have to change that a bit. But yeah, you usually drop the ring. Here it is. And yeah, they are... By the way, I forgot to tell you earlier about the rings. If you're having them in your inventory, they are instantly active. I guess that's because now you can hold a weapon in your hand too and have them activated. But actually, let's put it inside the pouch. But yeah, the Nazgul is defeated. Sam made it well. So the first boss enemies, like the Nazgul here, are not really hard to defeat. You basically can walk backwards while attacking them, and with the first follower it's even more simple because they can tank a bit of damage. Yeah, fighting in the water is a bit weird, but I would recommend luring them on the ground first for battle. But yeah, let's continue the journey. We still have to find Bree, and I show you the next thing you want to do here. Okay, so now here at Bree, another Nazgul is guarding the area. You have to be careful about that one. And here we have the next follower in the game, and that is Mary. He is waiting in front of Bree, and you can also take him with you. And here is a gate guard, which tells you that you find the Prancing Pony when you follow the road. If you fly in creative mode, by the way, these little flags here are only NPC spawners. They are not visible when you are in survival mode, and they show you which NPC is spawning in the area. But yeah, if you are... oh my god, it's lagging crazy. Even I have a really good computer. But that's the shader pack, I guess. And the recording. But yeah, you want to follow the main road here and find a little Pacman over here standing. Let's ignore him. I heard he's a really unfriendly guy. Don't want to meet him. But yeah, over here is the first banker you meet in the game. And it's the first mailman, but mailmans have more of a use for online multiplayer roleplay. Here you can write a message for another player. And if you get a message, you can read it here. You can even give each other some items over that. Here we have a little guard. It's telling you to keep your hands still. But yeah, let's check out the banker inventory. At the moment, we have only 4 bankers in the game. At the point of this video, it's version 3.1. The first banker you encounter is in Bree, the second in Rivendell, then in Edoras and in Minas Tirith. More will come with later updates. They just work like an ender chest, where you put items inside, and if you're going to the next banker, or to the same banker, you find the item still in here. Welcome to the Bank of Bree, Pacman. Upgrade your first bank base with only 100 coins. And that's what we are going to do here. We have 100 silver coins. You can place them here, click on upgrade, and now you have a larger inventory of the first tab. If you open the second tab, you see this is your normal inventory, and I don't have a second tab. Let's quickly do that to show you. I can put 200 now inside here, click on unlock, and now you have much more that you maybe need later. But yeah, that's how you use that. That's really simple. And you normally don't have to pay any money here because the first inventory is free for you. Okay, here it is, the Prancing Pony Inn. Once you get inside, you completed the first quest, and the hint tells you that someone is waiting in a corner. And if you check the corners, over here you can see Aragorn. That's our next destination. So let's talk with him. My name is Mr. Underhill, of course. Yeah, and here you can start the second quest. And it's actually to go to Rivendell, because it felt a bit strange to give the quest at that moment to go to Weathertop, because yeah, it was just a night shelter in the scenario. But nevertheless, he is telling you a little hint to go there. Like here, the fastest way is over the Weather Hills, but be careful on the way, the Black Riders seen in this area. He will tell you that it might offer you some shelter at the night. So that's why you should check it out and do a little side mission there, but come prepared. That's it for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. See you in the next one.